This is my multimedia project for Around the World in 80 Days. The 3 literacy terms I use are exposition, rising action, and resolution. Literacy element number 1 is exposition. There are 2 main characters in this novel, the first being Phileas Fogg, an Englishman who is very mysterious. He always seems to be on time, almost ahead of time. Then we have Passepartout, a Frenchman who had become a servant to Mr. Fogg. He always does as he is told. The setting of the novel is in the year 1872. The novel starts off in London, England, but the setting does change as they travel around to different countries. Exposition quote. Mr. Phileas Fogg lived in 1872 at number 7 Savile Row, Burlington Gardens, the house in which Sheridan died in 1814. This quote shares the year in which the novel takes place and introduces Mr. Fogg. Jean Passepartout, a surname which has clung to me because I have a natural aptness for going from one business into another. From this quote, we are introduced to the second main character. We are also told why he was given his name, which gives a little detail about this character. Literacy element number 2, rising action. The rising action of the novel is when the wager Mr. Fogg and his companions at the Reform Club is made. Mr. Fogg is on his way to start his journey around the world in 80 days. Rising action quote. A true Englishman doesn't joke when he is talking about so serious a thing as a wager, replied Phileas Fogg solemnly. I will bet £20,000 against anyone who wishes that I will make the tour of the world in 80 days or less, in 1920 hours or 115,200 minutes. Do you accept? The people replied with, We accept. This quote focuses on the detail of the wager and how big the loss could be if he didn't make it around the world in 80 days. Literacy element number 3, resolution. The resolution of the novel is when Mr. Fogg thought that he had lost the wager, but he ends up making it exactly on time. He also marries Aouda after they had confessed their love for each other. We find out that the prize of this journey was not money, but happiness, something Mr. Fogg had lacked in his life. This quote helps represent the resolution. What had he brought back from this long and varied journey? Nothing, say you. Perhaps so. Nothing but a charming woman who, strange as it may appear, made him the happiest of men. The author states that though it may seem like he won nothing, he has won a life full of happiness, a life where he not only will have a wife, but a servant who is also a good friend.